Alrighty guys, another day, another strength. I got a great video for you guys today. Very, very contentious topic. Should you train to failure? And I feel like people just like overanalyze about this. They paralyze themselves with analysis and they're just freaking out about this. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents here. And I have 2 different answers, depends on who's asking me, right? So if you're training for strength, this is answer number 1. I think it matters a little bit whether or not you train to failure, obviously, right? So I don't think you should be failing reps unless you're going for a PR attempt if you're training for strength. So most of your training, as I've said before, should be high quality practice. You should be doing some muscular training, hypertrophy training to carry over to that main lift, right? But you don't want to be failing reps in your training with like heavy squats, for example, because it's very fatiguing and it's very demoralizing. So that's not a great idea. So sometimes it's going to happen when you're going for a PR attempt. That's fine. Like that's, going to happen every, probably no more than every couple months if you're doing it properly. But every few weeks or so, you're going to be attempting those PRs, and that's going to be a possibility. But yeah, if you're programming properly and you're getting lots of quality practice and you're doing these heavy sets, then your practice sets are probably not going to be super close to failure, which is, they shouldn't be. And then your heavy sets should be, and they're going to be because as you're adding weight to the bar and progressing over time, you're naturally just going to get closer to failure anyway and back off when you need to anyways, right? Now, as far as training for muscle here, hypertrophy, this is where it's like super contentious. In my opinion, is that it doesn't actually matter at all, right? It does not matter at all if you train to failure or not. All that matters is that you're making progress over time, which is going to cause your muscles to grow. And if you're doing that, then you are naturally going to get closer to failure over time, right? So the only downside to that, I can already hear people asking, is what if you start off too far from failure and too late, all right? So if that's the case, then you're a complete novice and you haven't done this before. So you're gonna be able to add weight to the bar pretty much every workout, and then you'll get to where it's hard enough within a couple months anyways, right? And besides, since you're a novice, like this, whatever you're doing is gonna work essentially. So even if you're super far from failure, they've even done like these studies on people that are totally untrained where they are like, 10 or 15 reps from failure and they still grow muscle, right? So like that's gonna work for you. And then if you're more advanced, then you already know how to train. So you're gonna be training close enough to failure when you bring in a new movement because you know how to do it, right? And if you train like a baby, and you don't get close to failure, then like you wouldn't be advanced in the first place, right? So now there is one situation where this could work against you, and that's if you think you're an advanced lifter because you are a giant baby and you don't want to push yourself. And if that's the case, then you have other bigger problems to work out, right? So in general, those are my thoughts on training to failure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, say something in the comments, let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, goodbye.